It is December 1st, and today we are going to talk about what I think is the most important thing for you to remember this month, and that is time management and how to make sure you get what you want out of the holidays, all the while providing all of the magic for everyone else. And I'm really glad that you're here. Okay, I'm going to try to be very concise and precise today. I realize that is not normal for me, but it is a crazy month. And I want to give you some tangible things right now in these next under 10 minutes that you can use the entire month of December. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take pen to paper, and I want you to write down all of the things that must be done this month. So we're going to do a classic brain dump. If you've never done this before, it is so helpful for me as someone who has a lot of monkeys going on in my brain to just get it out of my brain and out onto a piece of paper. Now you're going to keep this the whole month. So if it's better for you to do it on your notes app, on your phone, or for me, pen to paper really helps me make that connection between my brain and what I actually do with my physical body. So do the brain dump. Now, I don't know what your list looks like. Mine is insane. We have a college graduation from one of my sons this month. I am the keeper of the feast, which I'm kind of assuming if you're watching this video, you are the keeper of the feast for your family as well. So there's all of the shopping, wrapping, making sure the food is in the house, and even the delegating of the things. I am the project manager for Christmas. So I need to make sure that all of those things are done. I need to make sure that the house is decorated. Thankfully, I already did that part. We're going to talk more about that in the next video. I still have to do all the normal things, right? I have to make sure the dogs get their heartworm medicine. I have to make sure any appointments are taken care of. All of my normal work things, although I have suspended my clients until mid-January. So that is helpful a little bit, but do that brain dump. Write everything down. The concerts, the end of year banquets, the neighborhood obligations, anything and everything that you are feeling must be done goes on that list, okay? So you have your list. So now we need to have a hard conversation about the sweet little month of December. The month of December is not actually 4 weeks. The month of December is actually 3 weeks because you don't have the last week. From December 25th until January 1st is like a lost week. Businesses aren't open, and it should be a lost week, right? That is a great time to be quiet and peaceful and not feel stressed. And if you've got kids at home, you certainly aren't getting anything done that week, right? So we're eliminating an entire week of the month. So don't you just love that it's a month where we have more to do than we have to do any time of the year, and we only have 3 weeks in which to do it? I know, I love that too. We're going to look at the list and we're going to start eliminating things. So this can be a very challenging part of this process. So I don't want you to take it lightly. I want you to either make yourself a strong cup of tea or a strong drink. I want you to consider sitting down maybe with your partner if you have one, or maybe with your best friend who really loves you, and let's make some hard choices, okay? We're going to start eliminating, and now we're going to move on to step number 2, which is saying no, and more importantly, developing your no sentence. As a recovering people pleaser, as an Enneagram 2, saying no is very hard for me. I hate hurting people's feelings. So I want you to develop a no sentence. I have just jotted down some that I am going to use this year. And if you're the recipient of one of my no sentences, I expect and ask that you respect my boundaries, okay? Because when you say no to someone and they push back and don't let you say no, that's actually a violation of your boundaries, but it's not okay. So as hard as it is for you to say no, it's also okay to say that if the other person doesn't accept it, that's a them problem, not a you problem. So the things that you decide on that list, and this is your choice, by the way, you're not a victim here. You get to decide that you're going to eliminate, and you have to make that phone call, or you have to tell that person, or you have to cancel that thing, okay? Here are some options of what you can say instead of, no, we're not doing that. You can say, that is not going to be a priority for us this year, okay? That's a great one. You can say, we are really working on protecting our family time. That one's great too, right? And true, none of these things are untrue. Another option, I am really working hard to guard our schedule. I love that one, the guard our schedule verbiage, because I feel like if you're the project manager for your family and for Christmas, you are the keeper of the schedule. So if things get out of control, that's on you. And so since you're the one doing it, you have all the authority, all the autonomy to say, we're not doing this list of things. And I want to say a quick note here about kids and overstimulation and how I respond to being overscheduled, which is I get very anxious and very angry. And guess what? So do your kids. So make sure that you really are protecting them by guarding your schedule. And let me tell you right now, if you have someone in your life, maybe it's a relative, maybe it's a friend, that when you use verbiage that says, I cannot do that thing you want me to do because I am guarding our schedule, if they push back on that, that is a big relational red flag. You really need to evaluate whether that person is for you, because someone who really loves you, if you say, I'm guarding my schedule, whether that's because of kids or maybe it's because if you're me, I have autoimmune disease, I have to guard my health, that should be honored no matter what, okay? So come up with your no sentence. That's number 2. And then number 3, and this one is really fun, and this is what we're going to end with. I told you this video was going to be really fast today. You're going to pick 3 things on that list that are things that you want, because guess what? Keeper of the feast, protector of the family schedule, project manager for the holidays. You get to do some things that you want to do. I'm assuming that you love this time of year. That's why you bring so much enthusiasm to the table. That's why you were unofficially elected project manager for Christmas. That's why you're the keeper of the feast. So pick 3 things that you love. It doesn't have to make sense to anybody else. For me, I actually love going to the mall just to browse. I know some people loathe the mall. I actually love it if I don't have anything that I have to buy. This is something Scott and I have been doing for years. A lot of times we'll go to the super fancy mall by our house. Does your house have that? Do you have like a regular mall and then you have a super fancy mall? And we'll just, get Starbucks, maybe get a glass of wine, walk around. There's actually a really beautiful outdoor mall by our house that's, you can walk around with a glass of wine, which is lovely. And just enjoy all of those things, because those shopping malls have spent so much money on this decoration. It's nice to just kind of enjoy it. There are some movies that I love to watch, that I love to actually sit and watch. Pick things that you want to do, because those things are every bit as important as those things that you've deemed that you have to do. And I would say that if you eliminate those things that you want, it is a absolute guarantee that by the time we get to Christmas week, you're going to be cranky, you're going to be overtired, you're going to feel depleted, you're going to feel martyred. And at that point, keeper of the feast, you're actually not providing anything of value to your family or to yourself. And you have the power to actually ruin Christmas. And I know that that feels like a really heavy-handed statement, but the keeper of the feast is important. And the people in your family, especially if you have little ones, they are looking to you to make this a fun and happy thing. And if that means we do 5 or 10 less things, if that means we have less cookies, if that means that the girlfriend lunch moves to January, if that means that the house doesn't get clean, whatever it is for you that gets eliminated off the list, it's okay. Because the most important thing is that you bring happiness and enthusiasm and a restful spirit as the project manager. And that is what will make it a magical Christmas. Okay, I promised you under 10 minutes. And as I'm looking at my clock, I'm at 9 minutes and 7 seconds. So we are right under the wire. What you can expect from me for the rest of December, I am going to make videos for you guys. Decorating videos a little bit. We're maybe going to get to some baking. We're definitely going to do a video about wrapping gifts. I think that one will go up this week. I hope to get to it. But what I'm not going to do is make you any promises, because I am going to follow my own guidelines here. And I am going to make sure, as the keeper of the feast, as the project manager for our holidays, that I actually enjoy this beautiful, beautiful season. So no matter what holiday you celebrate this time of year, if you celebrate no holidays this time of year, I hope that you're finding yourself at peace. And most of all, I hope that you're finding joy. I'll see you next time. Bye.